Welcome back. Today we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to head out to our location with just our nifty 50. Something I've been wanting to do for a while is something I'm calling the 50-50-50 challenge. 50 photos with just a 50mm lens over 50 days. Multiple photos during that trip or with it per day, but I only can use one of those photos to count for that photo for the day. So it has to be stretched over 50 days. Location we're heading to is going to be, I think it's called Livery. There's some old abandoned buildings. I'll post the name of it up here. Also, to find out exactly how to get there and how far it was, I use an app called, I think it's Gaia. Also, I'll put it up here. You can map it out. That way you can follow it. And also, if you get lost for some reason or on your way back, you can just follow that back. It's actually a really nice app. But it's only about 11:30 right now. So we're going to head out of here about 1. Kind of take our time to see the scenery. That way I can hang out around there for a few hours, wait for the sun to go down so we get some nice light, take some photos with this, get some practice with it. I've had this lens, probably about almost 8 years now, and I've only pulled it out of the bag maybe 3 or 4 times. It's a nice lens. I mean, they only go for this one, about 8 years ago. I got it off bnh.com for $110. You can still pick them up cheap. This is the 1.8 version. I think they're going for around $120. You can get some cheaper ones. And then also you got them that go all the way up to $2,000. Even though it's only $110, it actually takes some really nice photos. So, again, around 1 o'clock, we're going to head out to our location. Looking forward to it. And we'll start a challenge. We'll see you up there. What's hanging on my hip, this orange canister. It's bear spray. I mean, we don't have bears bears around here or anything, but there are packs of coyotes, and the southeast and southwest part of Arizona, New Mexico. Years ago, they started reintroducing the Mexican gray wolf. Population's not huge, but I'm pretty sure they're in this area. The other day when I made my way up here, ran to a gate and I couldn't go any further. Saw some paw prints. They look kind of big for coyote, so I was gonna recheck them when we went by there, but enough people were driven through here and stirred it up that they're not there anymore. But since old Harvey here is not very big, and more than likely we'll be coming back in the evening, going in the dark. That's when they like to come out and prowl at night and early in the morning. You can just hear them howling and carrying on, big packs. And this morning I heard the noise they were making sounded a lot deeper, not as high pitched as a coyote. So I don't know, could be wolves in this area. I mean, not worry about it. I mean, wolves and coyotes are pretty skittish around humans. But as far as Harvey, I mean, he doesn't stand a chance. So I may have him on the leash on the way back. So I mean, bear spray would do the job if they ever got in a situation like that. So that's why I carry it. Better safe than sorry. So we're gonna keep on trucking. Well, I don't know how far we've come. We haven't come that far. But it was just getting a little warm. I had to take my jacket off. I figured be a good time to kind of go over what I'm doing, what I am doing as far as this challenge. Like I mentioned before, I've had that lens so long and I've never really pulled it out. A lot of photographers do the same. They get hooked on certain lenses and they have other lenses that just lay around. They never use them, which is fine. I mean, you use what works for you. I do the same thing. Is zoom lenses, like I got 70 all the way to 300 covered. The only problem sometimes, even myself, might find myself just staying in one spot and get all the ranges. The thing going out with a prime, and it doesn't even have to be a 50 millimeter. I mean, you do it with any prime. Just kind of helps out your photography as far as you only have one focal length. Gets you used to slows you down a little bit because you got to really look at your composition, see how you got to frame it up, and makes you move up and down, left and right, just to make that composition work with that lens. So when you slow down, you start noticing stuff you wouldn't notice before because you're just gung-ho on whatever else you're thinking about, what you're going to get with your telephoto. The thing with the 50 millimeter too is it's kind of what the natural, it's kind of like the eye's natural frame or focal length. It's pretty much the closest we can get to the human eyes. Another thing some people run into when they're using a aperture like that, 1.4, 1.8. Yeah, it's a fast lens and they want to stop it all the way down to a 1.8 or open it wide open. They get fixed on that, and it's not really the sharpest part of the lens. You got to use other focal lengths. Doing the landscape photography, I should try different. I try different ones F8 sometimes, all that. But a lot of times I use F11. It works for me because a lot of times I want everything in focus throughout the whole frame. But that's what I do. I figured this would be even good for me. Use just some prime lens, get myself to slow down a little bit instead of just standing in one spot and just zooming in and out, not have to move or whatever. I might move up and down, still move back and forward, but with a prime, you're just forced to move around a lot more to get that composition that you want. And just a couple hundred yards from here, I saw a possible spot, kind of a dead tree that kind of overhangs the trail. I kind of moved around a little bit just to see, but I can kind of get it where the tree is kind of between the mountains. Might work, might not, but on the way back this evening, I'll keep that spot in mind. So if the light's still good or whatever, then hopefully maybe some clouds roll in this evening. So it might turn out to be a decent photograph. So also I only have one lens. I'll be taking plenty for the challenge, but like I said, I'll only pick one good one, the best one to call my one of the day. Try to do YouTube shorts of every one I do each day. Sometimes I might not be able to, because sometimes I just pull over on the side of the road because I see something and I really don't want to be messing with a video camera on the side of the road. So those ones I might just throw the photo up, but see what we can do. Hopefully we can stick with it. So with that all being said, let's carry on. Yeah, even if I could have made it through the gate yesterday, there's no way I was going to be able to make it all the way up here. There's spots I can't even walk through, but I have to go around. But the one thing I love about New Mexico, Arizona is just these views. I love the big jagged, rocky type of mountains. They just have so much character and all that, and just you can't beat it. I mean, even the northwest part of the country, they have some nice countries too, or some nice mountains, but there's so much character down here in the southwest. It's unbelievable. So as far as making it back here, I mean, yesterday it was rough going. Yesterday, one hill I came up over on 3 wheels. It was rocky, bumpy, dragging my camper tie downs. Had to be real cautious of that with all the big dips we had to go through. So I'm looking real forward to going back through it to get out. There is another road out, but obviously they got that blocked too. So I gotta go right the way I came through. But you can't beat this. There's something else you gotta look out for. Another animal that's really fun. The javelina. Pretty much they're not in the pig family apparently, but they look like small pigs, and I never seen them. They can be pretty aggressive, I guess. When I was in the Army, I did my after basic training. I went to Sierra Vista, Arizona, Fort Huachuca for my AIT, which training for my job. But we went out to the field. One of the things drill sergeants told us to look out for was javelinas. So besides coyotes and wolves, now we just added one more. This will be fun. Well, another lock gate. This one's just, it's a fence. My route's taking me that way. Almost looks like there's one that goes around, so I'm not usually a big rule breaker, but worst case scenario, they just tell me to leave. But I mean, they do have a lock on it, so I'm trying to go around, see see what's on the other side. It's not too far out of the way, so see what happens. This fence just keeps going away from the mountain, or up the mountain, away from the town. So I just called, on the other side of the mountain is that tourist station or whatever. So this is all BLM land. So she said as long as the fence doesn't get cut or damaged or anything, good to go. Here, if we didn't have to go way off trail, we could come up this nice dirt path here. Ooh, we're taking that way back. This is Boyd's Sanitarium. Libya's actually the area we went through as soon as we got done with the trail, right at the beginning of the first buildings we ran into. This area is cool and all, rustic. The buildings are right beside that cliff. The only downside is the sun's over there. And all these buildings have big mountains behind them. And the sun's going to set down over there, and they're not going to have any light on them. So I really don't know if this is going to work out. Because it took us taping stuff on the way up. It took a little over 2 hours to get up here. We'll definitely be using the light on the way back. So we'll continue to look around, see what we can come up with. Might be able to come up with something, but I don't know at this point. On the way here, I saw plenty of possibilities in that big open field we came through with all the brown grass and all that. There's all kinds of like individual trees that are green on it. And I was thinking possibly shooting one of those up against the mountains, or you got the mountains on each side and put the tree in the middle, something like that, because that green tree is really going to pop out against that brown grass, especially once that sun goes down and casts that nice soft light across there. That grass should just pop and look golden. So I think that's might end up being my shot. But like I said, there's all kinds of shots to get going up through there. So I'm really thinking hard about tomorrow night, spending one night up here, because the view, you get up there and the view, you can just, it's unbelievable. So really thinking hard about that. It'll probably more than likely happen. But we're going to continue to look around, see what we can come up with, and I'll get back with you guys. What I was trying to do from over there, I was trying to get so that house and the tree and part of the cliffside behind it, but restricted by the 50, so I couldn't go far enough back to get what I wanted. So I started looking back around a little bit, and over here there's cliffside, and that sun, there's spots where it's not as harsh on them. So I'm gonna turn the camera around. I'm gonna shoot the side of that cliff because there's a lot of contrast, a lot of detail. So I'm gonna go ahead and shoot that. After shooting the first one, I don't really think it's gonna work out a whole lot. Really, I didn't have high hopes with no light on it, it's just real flat. I tried to get the building in the backed up, tried to do vertical and panorama, but not really liking it. No real good light. It's worth a try. It's an awesome area. Even in the morning, the sun comes up out of there. So, I mean, this stuff is just in a big canyon. So it's not really getting any light. Never mind. There's a cool old building. Looks like it's half fallen down, stone and all that. And there's light shining on it. Harsh light right now. But once the sun goes down some, it might get a little bit better. So let's back up and let's head down there and check that out. Well, this area with the buildings, it didn't really work out. If I was to stay here and wait for the sun to really go down, there's this one spot, 2 buildings, there was this tree in the middle with the cliffside behind it. I think it would have really worked out. But I don't want to be in this spot that late because I don't want to be going the whole way back in total darkness. Another time, another day, just not this trip. So I want to go through and we're going to really, there's a bunch of those trees I want to check out because once that sun goes down, we can really get that soft golden light over all this golden grass with that green tree in the middle of it. I think that's going to be our shot. So let's get going that way and see if we can't find a tree to shoot. Searching, those first 2 trees just weren't going to work. They're going to get lost in the background of the mountains. But I found this one where it's kind of in between the mountain to the right and these further mountains in the back. It's framed. And then also I was shooting low enough so the bottom branches are above the horizon, so you got sky underneath them, so it separates the tree from the whole scene. And then this light's she's gonna start going down quick. It's looking gorgeous. A lot of definition in those mountains in the back, a lot of contrast. So I'm gonna take some shots now and just keep taking shots until I get the one I want, because that sun's just gonna keep going down further. And right now everything's glowing. So I'm gonna go ahead and shoot, and this is going to be the photo. This is the one we're taking home. The sun is gone off of the tree. Now just the mountains are lit up. So pretty sure we got our shot. I took a couple that way I can, because the sky obviously was brighter. But now we got no light on the tree, no light on the grass. So we're gonna pack her up and head back down. And there might be a couple more shots on the way back down because that light shine hitting those mountains pretty good. So we're gonna pack up and make our way down, and hopefully we can beat the light. So see you at the bottom. Light is gorgeous now, just not where I was shooting. I was kind of into the sun, but right now, where are they? Oh, these things. Where these are, holy crap, they're all through that tall grass and they're all through my boot. So I got to clean some of these out of my sock because they're really irritating. So if you're ever out here going through tall grass, wear tall enough boots where you can tuck your pants. But let's get those out and we'll continue. just before the sun went completely down. Harvey's already passed out, harness and all. I haven't had a chance to take it off. But overall, it was a great day. I mean, you got to see a lot of scenery. Met our goal. Wanted to come back with at least one good image. That was the whole purpose of this exercise. And I got 49 more shots to go. So if you're just new to photography or been in for a while and haven't done anything like this, it's fun. Just if you have a prime lens, just grab it, take only that, so you're not tempted to snatch another lens out and get to shooting. Shoot all you want, pick the best one you got out of there, and count that as your one photo. If you don't have a prime lens, just take the lens you got, set it to a certain focal length, and that's what you use. So for your 50 shots, just make sure you use that focal length every time. It's just a good way to get used to moving around, to frame stuff up, high, low. You don't get focused on being able to stay in one spot and be able to go in and out. You have to actually move your feet and think about the shot, think about the light, the angles. I enjoyed it. And to find out what I saw the other day, 99.9% sure they were wolf tracks. Coyote tracks are like 2.5 inches from heel to end of the toes. The wolves are about 3.5 inches. So I saw them on the road on the way down here. They're actually heading down the road this way, and my camper is only parked 10 feet away from the road. That was pretty cool. It's a pretty good chance that's what I heard this morning. You never know. I mean, but 99.9% sure that's what it was. But time to grab something to eat, get everything uploaded on the computer, relax. Thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. Turn your little notification bell on. I'm going to try to post every Tuesday. If I can't, where I'm at, I travel. I park in the most remote places, so I might not always be able to get it uploaded on time. Turn the notification bell on, and you'll know when I do. With that being said, I'm going to get everything uploaded, grab something to eat, and see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. And also, see that? Yeah, that's Harvey. Playing too rough. Where did I lay my tripod? Harvey, where I put my tripod?